Welcome to Talking Elite Fitness. Jeremy Austin with you, and number one qualifier out of the Oceania region again after the quarterfinal stage of the CrossFit Games season is Katelin Van Zyl. Katelin, the last couple of days, what a roller coaster.
Massively. Massively.
Explain to me what happened and explain to me the emotion that went through the last 3 or 4 days.
Well, all workouts were complete. I was like, sweet, done, happy. And then I woke up on, I think it was Monday morning, received an email from CrossFit saying your video 4 workout had been accepted. And then I opened it, I was like, sweet, but then it had like more of a paragraph and I was like, oh, hold on a second. And then it said, it has been modified. You have received a major penalty. So then instantly my heart was just like, so I just went into kind of panic mode a little bit. Ran downstairs, Johan, like trying to figure out what was going on. So what the case was is they were saying that my GHD sit-ups were not to the standard that was set. So then we obviously went back and had a look at my video, slowed everything down. Johan was so awesome. He drew lines, everything like that. And we figured out that every single rep was to the standard that's stated on the CrossFit Games website standards. So Johan was amazing. He did up this massive appeal email for me because obviously you have 24 hours to respond. So he basically got to work because I had PTs to do that morning. So he got to work putting the appeal email together for me. And basically he just left no question. So we basically just said, these are the standards on the CrossFit Games website, pointed what the specific standards were, put my photos of my actual workout in the GHD sit-up pictures with lines and everything and said, this is how and why, she's reaching those standards, and pretty much just left no question. So we were very confident that I wasn't done.
So you've jumped ahead because that was going to be my next question.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. What does the appeal process look like? So we obviously now know that you've got 24 hours to appeal. Yep. Is there a time frame to come back to you to say yes or no, and these are the reasons why?
No. So they send the original email saying it's been accepted but modified, and then they give you, it says 24 hours. So as soon as I then send my appeal in within that 24-hour time frame, then they come back to me and say, I think they said, once your appeal has been noted, once we have come to a resolution, we will get in contact with you again. It doesn't give you a time frame.
Okay, so communication was very good from their end.
Yeah, it was.
Timing-wise, you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs, hating the world for a little bit.
Oh, it was the most stressful 2.5 days of my life, I swear to God. Yeah, it was really hard.
I actually mentioned to the Talking Elite Fitness guys that, hey, Caitlin's in number 1. Do we want me to go and interview her? And they went, have you seen the leaderboard? And I had a look at a refresh and you're in 16th. And I went, uh-oh, things are not good here.
Yeah.
Then you get reinstated back in. Now, you make semi-finals anyway at that 16th position.
Yeah.
Why was it so important for you to get that reinstated and get back into that number 1 spot?
I feel like for me, I feel like I deserve that position because I know that I have put all the work in what it takes to be in that position. I literally worked my ass off. And I have over the period of my training. I've just been working so damn hard. And for me, I feel like with how hard I have worked, I knew I deserved that position. I mean, obviously, going into Torian in 16th, I wouldn't be in the top heat. So that also makes a massive problem, I guess, for me, because you want to be in the top heat, right? So I was just fighting for what I felt like I deserved, and my standards were correct. If the standards were wrong, I would say, yep, absolutely, that's on me. But obviously, we knew when we felt that that wasn't the case, so that's why we wanted to fight for it.
So you finish up 16th worldwide.
Yes.
First in the Oceania region. Obviously, that 16th place is going to really work in the Oceania group's favour with strength of field. So jumping into that spot wasn't just important for you personally, but important for the collective group, if you could call it collective group out here.
Yeah, definitely.
You started with an 18th. How did you respond after that 18th finish? That's based on the Oceania region only. How did you feel after that event number 1 and getting that 18th spot?
I was like, oh, that's not a good start. And I'm like, oh, I don't have time to do that one again. So that was a bit of I was talking to Justin And we were kind of like, oh man, I was like, oh, what have I done? Like, I messed up and I don't really have time to do it again. And it's not really, you know, it's a little bit of a destructive workout. So you don't really want to ruin the rest of the workouts. So I just wanted to make sure that I just smashed the next ones. And like Justin was saying, like, it's not about how you start, it's how you finish. And that kind of resonated with me. And it's true. I really wanted to try and finish strong.
Well, it was the kick in the butt you needed because you go 2, 2, 3, 1, and you finished in number 1. So that's exactly where you needed to finish.
Yeah.
We move on to Torian in about 6 weeks' time now. I can't believe it's 6 weeks from now. You are now the number 1 seed going in. No Tia, no Cara. All eyes are on you, and all the pressure is on you now to grab that number 1 spot because you've done such an amazing job and a great performance right throughout the quarterfinals. How do you feel about that pressure being on you to be that number 1?
I kind of feel a little bit excited, to be honest. Like, I feel like I'm probably the fittest, and like, I'm not the strongest person, but I feel like the strongest I've been in a very long time. And I feel way more confident in the things that I've never felt confident in before. So even that last workout, event number 5, like, I don't like deadlifts. My back's not good. So for me to do pretty well in that workout, I was stoked. It just shows how much better I have gotten. And obviously thanks to Underdogs and Justin and everything, like, Justin's amazing. The whole Underdog family's amazing. So they've been helping me so much, and he's obviously been giving me the right work that I need to be working on to get so much better.
Was Ricky's redemption and getting back to where he got to part of the reason you jumped on board with Justin?
Not really, to be honest. So Christine Best was actually the one that I was talking to originally after the games. So she kind of got me in contact with Justin, and that's kind of how my relationship with Justin started, really. And then the whole, like, Ricky and I talk all the time now, which is awesome. It's like, hey, Ricky, what did you get for this workout? Oh, damn it, you beat me by like 2 minutes. Damn it, no. So no, it's awesome. Like, yeah, it's great to have, you know, Ricky there. Like, he's pretty close to me, so he came up the other weekend, and it was so nice to have him here training and stuff like that. But yeah, just the vibe with everyone together is really nice.
Well, that's good. The competition now at Torian is wide open. We've got Laura Clifton, Ellie Turner, Jamie Simmons, Maddie Sturt, all past games qualifiers in the field still. We still don't know what's going to happen with strength of field breakdown. We probably won't get to that for probably another week or so with the quarterfinal results being finalised. Who do you think is going to be your major threat out of those 4? And are there any young guns coming through that you've been keeping your eye on going, okay, I've just got to be wary?
Of course, yeah. Oh God, Oceania is such a strong region. Like, it really is. There's lots of, like, you can't dismiss anyone in that field. You know, there's Georgia Pryor, there's Gracie Walton, there's Gemma Hook, there's a bunch of people. Like, it's going to be a tough weekend for everyone, I think. You know, like, it's no, like, guarantee. Like, I'm coming in first place, but I'm not going in with the confidence and, like, I'm first place. Like, everyone's on an even playing field when we get to Torian, and it's basically just like who's been working the hardest and, you know, who can give their best over that weekend. So it's going to be tough.
Torian programming, what do you want to see?
Lots of fitness.
Well, I think we're going to see a lot of fitness out there.
Yeah.
If you were Adrian Bosman right now and you could set up it's going to be the entire semi-finals right across the world. How would you set it up for the best result for Katelin Van Zyl?
Oh God. I was actually talking the other day about what would be my ideal workout. And I said to someone the other day, and I was like, oh, what would be best would be like back-to-back workouts, doing like Isabel and then do Grace and then do Karen back to back, and just for time. Like, that's kind of like barbell cycling, just like that gross, you know, you just got to like die kind of stuff. That's the stuff I like. So if the whole program could be that would be amazing. Yeah.
Exactly where we want to go. You have a really dominant performance in the team competition in the last 2 years. You go to the CrossFit Games and you do very well in 2021. You go as the number 1 Oceania qualifier in 22, but don't get the result you wanted. Was there something that happened with that team dynamic, or was it just that the other teams, I know the other teams were great because I commentated on them over there, was so much better?
I think a bit of both, to be honest. I feel like the strength of the teams last year was so strong. like the teams were just crazy good. Like they really were. So they had lots of like elite teams and, you know, elite individuals in teams and stuff like that. But I feel like for us, it was very like, you know, with new movements and stuff like that, stuff that we haven't practiced, I suppose the confidence within the team was a kind of a little bit down. And then once kind of we did like not so good in one workout, it was kind of a bit like dull. So it was hard to kind of get back up from that. So yeah, it was a bit of a disappointing time, unfortunately, in 2022, but you know, we did our best and, you know, yeah.
Hey, 2021, you still hold the mantle of being one of those only teams that's beaten Mayhem in an event across the game. So
well, yeah, 100%.
Take that mantle with you.
Absolutely, yeah.
The team experience you've had over the last couple of years, what are you going to bring to that individual competition that you've learned along the way?
Hard work, just putting in effort. Like, I feel like for me, the biggest thing that I bring to my training and that I am proud of is, you know, I know how hard I work. I've got 2 kids, 2 businesses. My life is crazy. I have sleepless nights, most nights, like, but I still turn up every day. I still do my program every day and I still give my best every day, even if I'm feeling horrible. So that's hard work, basically, is what I'm going to be doing for the next 6-8 weeks before Torian, is just working down hard.
Now, lead into Torian, what does the week leading up to the Torian Pro look like for someone like yourself?
Well, that's something you have to talk to Justin about, but I'm assuming, I'm assuming kind of, obviously we're going to have the workouts announced because we're the second region.
Probably about 2 weeks prior to the Torian. So the first week we'll get the events released a week before.
Gotcha. So I'm assuming just kind of like talking strategies and practicing movements and all that kind of stuff. But that's Justin's domain. So I'm going to just let him tell me what I need to do. But I think just prepping myself, making sure I'm healthy, making sure I've slept enough, making sure, you know, that I'm healthy, fit, and feeling good and confident.
Tell me about the 1%ers that you do to assist your training.
I know you've got mobility coming up.
I was going to, yeah.
4 hours.
Yeah.
But what else do you do apart from mobility that sets you apart?
See, I would love to say that I do a lot of recovery, but I'd be lying because honestly, that's not like, I'm going to tell you how it is. Like I said, I don't sleep much. I don't stretch much because I don't have a lot of time for training. I can only do 1 session a day. I don't have that, you know, 2 session a day kind of thing for me. So the 1%ers is just training really hard, literally, and then resting when I feel like I need to rest. Talking to Justin, him kind of backing the load off a little bit if I feel like I need to. So just being really honest with him, and he just adjusts things as needed.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Number 1 qualifier going in. We're looking forward to seeing what you can do. Out of team competition and now into individual competition. And we are going to be seeing you in that top heat. So we look forward to 6 weeks' time at the Torian Pro. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.